Next group of training methods is Fali, issuing power, issuing strength. So basically it's the fast, explosive movements. And basically the real high level Fali you would be able to practice after some longer time of practicing the basic methods. So in many schools you will practice Zhan Zhuang Shi Li for quite a long time before you start Fa Li. In the Master Yao program we introduce some Fa Li and some practicing it in some very basic way already in the first module of the program. But of course this is kind of simplified way of practicing Fali. This is not how you practice it at advanced level. This is rather kind of some exercises which help you to make the first step, which will prepare you for the next stages of learning and practicing Fali. Fali is explosive, but at the beginning we practice it in quite soft, relaxed way, not too fast. If you're trying to do it too fast, with too big power, it will just create tension, it will just enhance the habit of using local force. So of course this would not be a good idea. So at the beginning you practice those exercises slower, you practice them in a relaxed way, and although we call this Fali, in a way it's only some exercises which prepare you for learning the actual real Fali at later stages. So the first of those exercises is called Xiang Qian Fali, forward Fali, and very often it is called Fang Sung Fali at this stage, where Fang Sung means relaxed Fali. Because when you start learning it, you're trying to practice it in quite relaxed way. We will practice this in fixed position, Ding Bu, and with steps, Zhou Bu. Now, Ding Bu. First, some additional preparatory exercises. Let's start position here about waist level. Let's start from practicing such a movement. It's like a bit of a circle. First, slowly, here, fingers a bit down, like this, not here, not like this, like this. Then, here, base of your palm is the main point. In final position, here, palm could be at face level, elbow is bent, elbow is low. This is very important, and when practicing the same with partner, it will be easy to notice why and in what kind of situation this is important. You will be able to understand better why we're practicing like this. Elbow lower, but at the same time you see elbows pointing outside, not this. So very often you will hear, no, this is wrong. Here your ribs are open, but this is important. If you have it like here, each one person will block you immediately and affect your balance. You will open yourself anyway. You need to have at least a little bit of this roundness idea of embracing something, some elasticity here to be able to react, not keeping your elbows too close to your body. Some oblique surfaces, diagonal surfaces everywhere, some angles everywhere. This is important from here. When I trying to push uprooting opponent, sometimes people do it like this, of course more opening, but also if, for example, here I made control the opponent hands and pushing him this way, just pushing him, I open myself. This way, with elbows lower, pushing here, I also control his arms, controlling him through my through the point of contact, also pushing him not only with my palm but also with my forearms. Then, if his hands are above, again, this posture, he's controlling me. This posture, I can have better control. I'm trying to push like this, he's attacking. I'm doing it like this, pushing him here, at the same time pushing him through his arm, or at least controlling his arms. Sometimes you have no time to react, to change, don't know, this situation or this situation. So somewhere in the middle is something which is relatively good in any situation. It's closer than this to make change to this one. It's also closer to this than from this situation. So somewhere in the middle. This idea of the middle of roundness. See, Cheng Bao Zhuang, Hun Yuan Zhuang, this is the same. Oh, we don't practice Hun Yuan Zhuang combat posture like this. We practice it here. So, ready to adapt to different situations. Not only when opponent is hitting with fist, but opponent might make contact with your guard and affect your center, affect your body through the guard, using point of contact to open you. You need to know all of this, not thinking only from the point of view of Western boxing. So, such movement. We started slowly, but we will do it now a little bit faster. Not very fast, not very powerful, wrong. Even if some people practice it, some Fali, Fajir in different arts, don't try to do it too fast, too powerful, because you will do it according to your habit and you will not be able to learn what we actually do. Faster. Fingers down. For a moment I could imagine as if there was a table here, big apples or oranges on the table. So I grab two of them and I throw them. I direct them here, not pushing straight forward. In this exercise, there's forward-upward movement. So when it comes to contact with opponent chest, it also has some effect of uprooting. Okay. Of course, it could be practiced different ways, but this is what we have here in this basic exercise. So it's like 45 degrees here, and a little bit idea of inward force. So if you make contact, let's say, with opponent chest here, forward, upward, and a bit toward his center. Grabbing those two apples, oranges, throw them. So, not like this, also not like this. It's not pushing those oranges, but it's like throwing them, keeping them here from your wrist, you're throwing them. Of course, there is some slight straightening of your elbow, but it shouldn't be too big. Very small. Not straightening, because you still should have this idea of protection, of controlling. Maybe you are able to push opponent, maybe you didn't push, his hands are here. You don't want to lose control. You want to keep this structure. So this is the hands movement. Now with body movement. In this exercise we will learn some interesting things. So the exercise function relax Fali will look like this. Weight 7 in back. Front heel empty. Hunyuan Zhuang. Front heel empty. Shili. Those where you move to 5-5, heel is empty. Only if you shift the weight more, heel will become full, actually pressing on the ground. So, weight, so-called 7 in back, so most of weight on your back leg. If you make this position just a little bit longer, then for a beginner it would be easier to feel everything. This knee could be bent a little bit, not too much. Very similar to what you learned before. Now, back leg pushing ground, as if trying to straighten. You feel resistance which is stopping you, but then at some moment it's so it's like someone is hitting you here, at the same time hitting you here. So in final position it will be like this, head over this foot, this knee should not move too much forward. From here, back heel moving up. So at the beginning, whole back foot is pushing the ground. Then only ball, front part of your foot. First, it's like feeling some resistance which is stopping you. Then suddenly, someone hitting you here, someone hitting you here, and this faster movement will appear. When this faster movement is appearing, front part of back foot is still pushing into the ground. Toes and ball of front foot is trying them to press them into the ground this way. Your whole body sinking down and bending. So a lot of this power here will be a result of this body sinking down. Your body bending, you could imagine that your body is like a big hammer which is hitting a big nail. So here's a big nail, the big hammer is here. Like your head, it's the hammer hitting the nail. So it's hitting here, but at the same time, top of your head is pulling in that direction, while your buttocks are hitting in this direction, two opposite directions. Imagine there's a big stone here behind you, so you start slowly, then suddenly bending, hitting this big stone with your buttocks, here 4 directed up, here 4 in this direction, toes pressing down. Between your legs you have some idea of squeezing, but at the same time this knee is moving outward, like this. See? It's moving outward. It's not moving here. I would need to turn my foot to do this. Otherwise, if I try to do it from this position, it would be dangerous for my knee. So your knee is basically moving in the natural direction. If I have my foot like this, or like this maybe, the natural is moving in direction where toes of this foot are pointing. Now, if my whole body is leaning forward, see, it changes. Comparing to this position, this knee moved forward, but it didn't really moved forward by bending this way, but whole body. See, now my leg is bent. My whole body moving forward, so everything here, hip, knee, is moving forward together with my body without some wrong kind of bending in my knee. Like this. So it's moving outside, but at the same time you have this idea of forward movement because it's actually also moving forward, and idea of keeping something, squeezing something between your both legs. This heel staying empty all the time. Ball, toes pressing into the ground, not pressing with your heel. See, the ankle is working in elastic way. When moving fast, you can use this for making next fast steps changing of position. So maybe now I demonstrate in this direction. Slow, building some feeling of tension. Now like breaking. Also you could imagine some springs connecting your wrists with heel or ankle of the back foot. Stretching, and in this moment when you suddenly bending, also bang, feeling that you're breaking those springs. Bang! And hitting with base of your palm, but not only. Don't think on the base of your palm. Think about your forearm. Think about your elbow too. But while your palms are directed upward, your elbow is still a little bit sinking. Not too much. So slow, faster. Head in line with your body. So when your body is leaning forward, head together with your body, but eyes not looking at the ground, but eyes here still looking forward. Slow, faster. Slow, faster. But not too fast, not too hard. Fansung Fali, relaxed Fali. You could also use idea in this practice of a layer of sand all over your body. So it's like you went to swim in some lake, some sea, then on the beach you're rolling your body in the sand, so there's sand all over your body. After a moment it's becoming dry, so you feel like there's a layer of something a bit hard all over your body. Slowly, 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 and then faster. This sand from your arms will suddenly move in this direction. Here, opposite direction, and basically everywhere it's coming off your body in all directions. Slowly, faster. Slowly, faster. At the beginning, I did this movement and immediately moving back to this, ready for next one. But at the beginning, it's good to stop in the final position to control the position, to get the feeling of that final position. Slowly, fast, and stop here for a moment, get the feeling of this position before you move back here. This is our basic Yiquan Fali forward Fali, which we practice as Fansung Fali, relaxed Fali. We do it from here. Of course, from here also we will practice. Many schools they start from this, but in our program we have this because it's related to some other exercises. When you learn them, you will notice this and you will better understand this.